Hello, good morning everybody, and welcome to the Saturday morning live stream. I have a new mic, so let me know if it's good and different. I would appreciate it. Today is going to be another Q&A live stream. We did one of these back in, 2 months ago, because I've been getting a lot of questions about a lot of different things, so hopefully today is going to be fun. We're just going to answer some questions. Oh, look, Desert Reef Aquatics came back on a different thing, even though what he doesn't realize is he was just in timeout, so eventually it'll stop, but apparently not, so he's on a different one, so let's all block him from his regular one now. Good, because I don't want to wear that thing anymore. So anyway, hope you guys have been watching my GHL series. I have been really playing with both the GHL and the Apex and trying to do all kinds of different things with it. Should have 2 more episodes coming out this week, and we're going to get into some more specific details of both of the products. I know they're a little bit bland and slow, but more or less they're for people that are interested in getting either product and wondering about both of them. But yeah, I've been really excited with that. We have a forum post that has been blowing up back and forth about the different units, and I have a lot more stuff to come. So let's see what we got going on in the chat. Everything that Aaron Johnson, by the way, is Desert Reef Aquatics, so just ignore everything he's saying. Alright, so let's look at some of our questions to get going. Oh, by the way, we're going to have 3 winners today for the contest. So right now we got 19 people that have entered. I'd like to have 25 to give away the 3 prizes, and I'll let you know what they are at the end of the stream. So let's see if I go up and look at some questions here. All the bug snacks bullshit. So give me a moment. I gotta scroll through this crap. Let's see. Any questions? Let's see. Any questions? So Ron asks, what is your opinion on ozone in the reef tank, and what do you keep your level set for? So I use ozone in both of my tanks, both in my 300 and in my 100. I've been using ozone for probably 10 years. So my opinion on it is, I think it's great if you know how to use it and get the right ones. I use light-driven ozone, so I use something by a company called, I think Aquamax makes one. It's a light-driven ozone unit, and what I like about the light-driven units is they don't have to have an air dryer, so they're very easy to maintain. Typically the light-driven ones give out a little bit less ozone, so you can really tone your ozone output to what you want. I keep my levels based on my ORP. I generally keep them between 300 and 350, and then I have it shut off. Howard asks, what's the best way to get fresh air into the tank? I would say by a skimmer. Skimmer is going to be your best way to get it. Brian, I've learned not to buy GHL. Philly asks, how did you start reefing? When I was about 6 or 7 years old, I went to a fish store and saw saltwater fish, and I didn't understand the difference between saltwater and freshwater fish. And so I bought a freshwater tank, and the guy at the fish store told me, it's going to be really easy to take care of these guys, so you're going to want to do the freshwater. And then all I wanted was saltwater fish, so I kept begging my dad to get me a saltwater fish tank, and he wouldn't give me one because he told me they're so much harder to take care of. So eventually I told him, okay, well, I'm going to bet you that I can hit a home run in a baseball game, and I did, and he got me a saltwater fish tank. So that's kind of how I got started. And then in terms of reefing, I started seeing corals at fish stores, and I started putting them in fish tanks and not understanding how to take care of them. I didn't really like corals for quite a long time, and then as the hobby progressed, I started to really enjoy having them. So, what's the deal with Desert Reef? You seem to not like his posts. Oh boy. Philly, I have seen the new Mastertronic. We could talk about that in a little bit. If you neither and was looking to get a, okay, I'll discuss that in a bit. All three will be from Philly. Desert Reef, you're not gonna win shit. Let's see. I'm getting through the questions here. What's a new feature that you would like to be added to the Apex? I've talked to Terrence a few times. I'd like them to do something with tabs or the ability to folder the outlets, kind of similar to like a phone. Unfortunately, they haven't done that, and it's really hard to scroll with all the stuff you have on the phone. So that would be something I'd really like to see. Is there a simple way to monitor and control our titanium chiller with the Apex controller? Yeah, I mean, you just check the temperature of the tank and have it turn off and on with temperature. Let's see. Have you done a video on setting calcium reactor that works with Apex level out? Yeah, I have a video on calcium reactor programming. Oh no, Desert Reef is back. What do I think about UV? I have a UV sterilizer on my 300 with all my fish. I can tell you that I've had that tank for, there was a couple iterations of the tank, but it's about 10 years old. I've never, not once in that tank, got a parasite in that tank ever on any single fish. Now, I've also purchased all my fish from a specific place, and I've been very lucky with all of my fish that I purchased from them, and I think the UV has something to do with it. I've always had a UV on that tank. In terms of anything else, I don't think UV is worth it. I don't think it does anything. However, I know it kills parasites because I've never really had any in that tank. So I'm going to assume that that's what's doing. I've seen videos on microbubbling, but most are like 3 years old. Is it just a fad? I do microbubbling. I've been doing it for many years. I found that the microbubbling does indeed assist with algae showing up on the glass. Once I started doing microbubbling, I found that I'm cleaning my glass once a week. I was cleaning it about every 2 or 3 days, regardless of my nutrient level. I think that the microbubbling does indeed capture the algae and gets it out of the tank somehow. So yeah, I think it's well worth it. Tortoise is doing great. The enclosure was done quite a bit ago. My wife is actually painting it now, so I'll post some pictures when that's done. How long do you run your Fugium light? That's always a good question. It's really up to you how long you want to run it, but generally you're going to want to run it on an opposite cycle of your main. You want to start with running it when your lights are off on your tank. Let's see. Oh, you guys are too fast for me. Who was your favorite YouTuber? We'll go over that in a second. How do you dose calc? Okay, so dosing calc. I don't like dosing calc. I'm one of those people that don't like it. I don't see the benefit when you have a dosing system or a two-part that will pretty much raise your pH for you, because built into most of those two parts are a buffer for pH. I don't think dosing calc is a good idea. That's just been my opinion for years. If you're going to strictly use calc to keep your levels going, maybe in like a nano, I can understand, but Generally, I don't really think it's a good idea. So I don't dose calc. I don't recommend it. But if you wanted to dose calc, the recommendation is always going to be on an auto top-off system via a reactor of some sort. I think that's the easiest way. I've definitely dealt with dynos, Matthew, and Cruz gave me the dyno. He has a dyno microbubbling method, and it definitely worked. That's the method I would recommend. I can share that with you privately, but I got rid of all my dynos, and then I actually started putting on all of my tanks the Dr. Tim's Waste Away little sticks, and I haven't had dynos since I put those in. So I'm assuming they're working well. Alright, let me see if I can catch up. Wow. We must have a lot of people in here today, which is awesome. I'm not going to really go over any programming today. I noticed there's a couple questions on how do you program something. We're not really going to do that today. So I'm more ask me some questions about myself or ask me some questions about reefing. I don't really want to do programming today. My favorite coral, that's a good question. I really like lobophilias. I have a lot of lobos. So I really like lobos. I have a couple different ones. A couple of scolies I also really like. So those are my favorite. I like larger corals. I don't like, little corals. We'll go over the GHL thing in a bit, trying to catch up with some of these other questions. Yeah, definitely, Phil, you're going to want to use two-part. That's my suggestion. Okay, I'm caught up now. All right. So, where was I born? I was born in Chicago. What can you use for a simple local alarm buzzer? Harry's Aquatics is going to be making something like that. There's also something on eBay. Sorry, not eBay. Not eBay. It's on Amazon. There's a little alarm you can plug in. What's your favorite accessories? Obviously, I would say the Trident is one of my favorite accessories. I really like the solenoids, even though you can get any solenoids anywhere. But I think they're great to have because you just plug them into the 24 volts and program them. 321 Reefer, I think Marine Pure is garbage. I had Marine Pure in my tank, and either I didn't rinse it properly or something happened, and I got these huge spikes in aluminum, and my leathers in my tank started just not dying, but doing really bad. I took them out, and then all of a sudden everything started doing great. So I'm not a fan of it. I use now... who makes it? Max Spec. I use the Max Spec balls, and I have done ICP tests with them and have had very good success with them. What is the worst task you hate doing in the hobby? Cleaning my algae turf scrubber. It was a pain in the ass. I would say my Trident is definitely my equipment I cannot live without. I hated testing all the time. Oh my god, testing alkalinity all the time to tune in stuff. I use Tropic Marine Pro. I have his alarm box that he gave me to beta test, and I have I have two switch boxes that I use. So ICP is a good question, Matthew. ICP, I can tell you with absolute certainty that the CoralView Garbage One ATI analysis does not provide the correct information. So I use, did I say, I don't know if I said it right. I use the ATI one, not the ICP analysis. So I use the ATI one. The ATI one is great because it comes with a shipping label. You just ship it back to them. So I really like it. Kawasaki, or whatever your name is. I use Foursquare Aquatics. I have two of them. Which calcium would you say you really like? I always like the Vertex calcium reactor. I know there's a couple people online that are selling them. Those are my favorite. Geo's Reef, if they make you a good custom one, Geo makes some really good calcium reactors. So those are going to be my favorites. Thoughts on a custom tank build from WaterBots? I'm not sure how to answer that question, Justin, but I like all the WaterBox tanks. I have Innovative Marine tanks. I really like their tanks, so that's what I have. And someone had asked about Desert Reef. I ignore you anytime you're in here. Actually, I deleted you from the contest because you complained so much. Where are you? Gone. Deleted. You're out of the contest. The funny thing is, he thinks I'm being serious. Let's see. Someone had asked a good question, and I kind of passed it, unfortunately. Dude, you're never gonna be on a stream. You're never gonna. No one wants to see your ugly face. Milton, is there anything that's on my tank that I have not automated? It's a good question. I'm thinking there was something I was trying to do the other day, and I was like, why can't I just automate this? I can't remember, unfortunately. I'll think about it. We should both be on the same stream. Oh, jeez. So I could post a video of my coral dipping process. However, there's two things. First thing is I haven't bought coral in a while. If you guys have seen my tanks, they're pretty packed. Second to what you asked, it's not really reef automation related. So I try to post videos on my YouTube that are mostly reef automation type related. I have had a couple videos on there, but if you guys notice, my videos that aren't related to automation don't get a lot of views, and they're kind of, I don't really like to do them, to be quite honest. The HANA phosphate checker is by far the best and most accurate phosphate reader, so that's one of my go-tos. Battery backup, Lucas, is going to be my most important automation equipment when I go out of town. Every time I go out of town, which I don't go out of town often, every time I go out of town, I can tell you that I check everything. I unplug things. I make sure my pumps are working on battery backups. I check just about everything. So let's see. What's your feeling on water changes? I don't do water changes. I think people have asked me before that. I don't see the need. I mean, in the ocean, they have the same water all the time, so why should I do a water change? I've had really good success with not doing water changes. As long as you're keeping everything you need to keep stable, I don't see the reason for them. So, what was Emmanuel? I think it was your question. Now that you mention it, I don't know what quartering means. I'm sorry. Let's see. Okay. What's up, Reefing with O? So it shows we got about 39 people in here. This is actually working today. Sometimes it doesn't work. It doesn't tell me. And hope you guys hear me clearly with the new mic. I'm trying something new. It's attached to my camera, so I've been wanting to do this for a while. The longest I've ever went on vacation is a week. I don't usually go past a week. So everyone's asking about the GHL and Apex. So let me kind of go through this a little bit before we kind of get into this. A lot of people are asking about it. So here we go. I've been doing both systems, and I'm going to do probably, I've counted roughly 13 episodes that we're going to do, and they're 14th and 15th episode. Those 14th and 15th episode are going to basically go over the pros and cons of each device. I'm going to actually kind of do it on a scale of 1 to 10, and I'm going to go through, aesthetics, and then I'm going to go through, programming. I've been doing all kinds of tests with it. I'm going to go through reliability. I'm going to go through support. I'm going to go through everything, and I'm going to give them a rating of 1 to 10, and then I'm going to have a total at the end to kind of give it my rating, kind of like a movie rating. Personal opinions aside, I've been trying to make these videos not opinionated whatsoever on purpose, because at the end I'm going to do an opinion-based video. So I know that doesn't answer your guys' questions, but I'm going to try to explain a couple things. Let me answer a couple questions. My favorite fish is going to be a tie, I would say, between a regal angelfish, which you guys have seen on multiple occasions. I don't have one. And imperator angelfishes are by far my favorite fish, and I've always tried to have one. I do not dose trace elements. I used to, but now I use Aquaforest 123, which does do my trace elements. I also use Miracle Mud, which also keeps my elements kind of in stable. Keeps my elements stable. So that's a really good question, Emmanuel, and it kind of goes into what I was going to talk about. So, Apex has been around from the beginning of pretty much any automation on fish tanks. I had a Reef Keeper at one point. I had a digital aquatics unit. I think it was called a Reef Keeper too. And I had a number of things that I programmed on my Crestron. So I had a lot of things going on, and then Apex kind of just made everything happen for me. It had everything I needed to make my reef tanks stable. Then they came out with the Trident, a couple years ago. I was like, man, these guys are just on top of it. So to answer your question, I don't foresee any other companies, including GHL, being able to take over, for instance, because I think that was one of your main questions. The Ecotech Mobius, I don't think is going to become anywhere near the Apex can be. Personally, I don't like the Mobius. I have a couple pumps on it, and I just don't like it. So, I saw the Hydros. I haven't really done much research on it, but I'm going to be looking at it. And there's also a company, they're calling themselves Felix, which is basically, I don't know, it looks like an overpowered Senai. And I had a Senai, and I really did not like it. So, I just don't see any companies competing with Apex other than GHL, which is why I'm doing the GHL series, because I didn't know much about GHL and I want to learn about it. So that's why I bought one, and that's why I'm learning about it. I use Miracle Mud in they come in these little 2-pound kits, and it makes it so much easier than these little containers, and then they go in the sun. What have you heard about Apex lighting? Nothing. So, kind of getting back to what I was saying, initially when I first opened the GHL and I first opened the Apex to kind of see the differences, I could tell immediately that Apex cared a little bit more about the environment. Their packaging, I thought, was better. A lot of people gave me crap about how I mentioned the peanuts on one, and I did. For me, when you open up a product, if everything's all scrambled inside, it shows the lack of what's the word I'm looking for? It shows the lack of man, I should have had some coffee this morning. Specifics? That's not the right word. Detail. Attention to detail. Sorry. So I noticed right away when Apex was opened, they really put a lot of attention to the detail of the packaging, I don't know if that was intentional, if that's something that, maybe I got a used one. I just don't know. But I found that to be just a great thing when I first opened it. Now, I will tell you that if you look at them side by side, the Apex looks way more cheap and garbage compared to the GHL. In terms of when you first look, if I was to just put these side by side and just have someone that doesn't know anything about Reef say which one's the better product, they're all going to say GHL, just based on how it looks. Now, that doesn't, again, mean that I like GHL over Apex and vice versa. But just when you first look at it, it's like, man, they really, these look really cool. But you can't mount them, so I was like, okay, so you need to build like a special cabinet for it. So again, there's so many different pros and cons to both of the devices. I'm finding that neither one of them has a complete one-up on the other. There's always something where Apex is better at one thing and GHL is better at one thing. So, again, that's why I'm going to do the rating system at the end to get a real clear winner. But for what I can tell you right now, and for everyone that's watching, GHL, once I saw the programming and how you have to program things, I was turned off immediately. And I'm a programmer, and I just don't think I think it's too advanced for most people that are reefers. Because when you get a fish tank, the one thing that you want is stability, and the one thing you want is to enjoy your fish tank. And unfortunately, I looked at the GHL when I got to the programming section, and I go, no one's going to sit here for hours trying to figure out this programming. They just want their fish tank up and running, and that's where the Apex, I think, succeeds, because the Apex, you plug it in, and it works. You don't have to worry about much. It's already pre-programmed. For, again, newer reefers that go out there, they're like, wow, this is so easy. But the GHL I just found so difficult. And I had this real crazy argument with someone on Reef to Reef, and I said to him, I go, who the heck wants to get a cell phone for their Apex? So the SMS module that GHL makes, from my understanding, is no longer made, so it's been discontinued. But the unit that they make, literally, you have to get a cell phone service for it. And once I saw that, I go, this is so silly. Now, GHL and Vinny told me that they're changing that. They're going to have it from the cloud. There's a lot of things that GHL says they're going to have, and then I look online and I find out they've been saying that for a year or 2 years. So I don't know when they're going to have things, but as it currently is, the SMS part, I think, is really the deal breaker for me. I mean, alerts from your Aquarium controller is by far the most important thing of having an equipment controller. Besides making it do all kinds of cool stuff, knowing when something is wrong is the most important thing on a controller. And GHL, unfortunately, you have to have an SMTP server. If you want to get SMSs, you have to have them emailed. If you want to get an SMS, you have to have an SMS module. I'm just no. That is where they, I think, fall short. If they're going to come up with something new, then I think it's going to be a winner. But right there, that's what turns me off the GHL right away. Nothing to do with the programming, nothing to do with how it looks or mounts. I don't care about all that. The fact that you can't get alerts when you need them is a big turn off for me. And then, of course, I'm not going to pay a cell phone bill for my controller. That's just ridiculous. So I don't agree with you, Reefing with O, on this one point. Mobius is a good product. However, what are they going to do? Are they going to make a controller? I mean, what else is it going to do? Are they going to do something that automates like Apex? Are they going to have tasks? We don't know these questions. But to my point that I was making earlier is I don't think Mobius is ever going to compete with Apex. They might try, but Apex is going to win every single time. That's just my opinion. Hey, Desert Reef, do you have like an actual question to ask me today, or are you just going to be a troll the whole time? Because I'm sure there's many people on the stream that actually want to learn something, and I'm looking at your stupid comments, and it's all garbage. So, remember, you have to actually, in order to win the contest, you actually have to participate. So I should just delete you for not participating. What do you guys think? Because he's got to participate, right? And he hasn't participated. He's just saying a bunch of garbage about bug snacks. No one cares about bug snacks. Actually, no one even knows what bug snacks is. Alright, let's see what else we got. Yeah, Jake. Again, I think the Mobius is a good product. I just don't see it competing with Apex. I am definitely not going to look at the eCoral controller, and I will tell you why. I've had more than 10 people that have had an eCoral controller and throw it in the trash for various reasons. Justin, you might be a new guy to our stream, but Desert Reef Aquatics is one of my friends, personally friends, and he likes to annoy me. So, Anthony, I do not run multiple temperature sensors. This has been a good conversation I've had with some people. In my tank, at least the distance at which the tank is and where it's located, I have tested the temperature in both the sump and the main display, and they're always like almost identical. So I've never seen the need. I do find a need, however, if you have your sump far away from your tank. Let's say, just for the sake of this conversation, 10 feet away. If your sump happened to be really far from your main display, I do see a need for the temperatures to have separate temperature probes, so that way you can monitor them separately. Fusion, I haven't seen a downside to using Miracle Mud, honestly. Robert, I would take a look at my second episode. I'm finding that the prices are roughly very close. I'm not seeing them be much more expensive than each other. So it's kind of a misnomer. If you look at that and look online, a lot of people say GHL is more expensive, but if you really do some deep diving like I did on pricing, you'll find them to be just about identical. I already answered this, but I use 2 toggle boxes and an alarm box. That's what I want to talk about, the Mastertronic. Okay, someone brought it up. All right. No one cares about you, Desert Reef. So the Mastertronic is going to be released pretty soon here. They're taking pre-orders for it. It's a whopping $1,300 here. I am not buying it. I was going to buy one to replace my Reef bot, but once I saw that price tag, I said I'm not buying it. That's just insane. The Reef bot that I have is doing what I need it to do. It's testing phosphate and it's testing nitrate and it's doing okay. So I have no interest in spending $1,300 on something. That is basically, from my understanding, and again, I'm going by what I notice and see and what I've researched, it's a glorified Reef bot. It uses the same reagents as the Reef bot. It does more tests than the Reef bot, but it's a Reef bot. So I don't know how it's doing the testing. It's probably better made inside than the Reef bot, but it's essentially a Reef bot for $1,300. So you're not going to see me buy that thing. I just don't see the point. I have a working Reef bot. I say working Reef bot because I've had it for 2 years and I've had so many problems with it that I've just lost interest in it. But it does what it's supposed to do. It tests my phosphate and it tests my nitrate, and I haven't had an issue in a long time. So no complaints out of my Reef bot over the last couple months, but it's just silly. I don't know. The Mastertronic will do KH, by the way. Again, it uses the same reagents that a Reef bot uses. You know, Sean, I've never run my probes in line on a return line, but I've seen a lot of people run their probes on manifolds, and I actually think it's a great idea because you're not going to get a lot of micro bubbles generally in there, and even if you do, they're going to be pushed out. So I find it to be a great idea. Yeah, ReefBot. Again, I'm not selling you guys a ReefBot. I've never really been happy with it. The app is just so garbage. I've told them multiple times this app is just so bad. But again, the Mastertronic and the Alcatronic app isn't so great either. So I don't know if they're gonna make their app a little bit better. So we'll see. We'll see. So we got 32 people in the contest. Awesome, guys. And it looks like we got about 45 people in here. And well, we got 44 people in here plus more on Desert Reef Aquatics. He's not really a person. He's a troll. Okay, let me see. Any other questions? Hope that kind of explained my GHL stuff. I'm going to get into it in detail in my videos, but you know, we could go through those in streams coming up. But for now, I don't plan on exposing my opinion because I'm still kind of testing a lot of stuff on it. So for now, like I said, my initial thoughts are once I got to programming on the GHL, my jaw just dropped. I think it's just ridiculous. I don't know, Aaron. I don't know. It's just too new. Desert Reefer is not a legend. It looks like you got one troll friend here too. Look at that. Milton, I just upgraded my tank, so I don't think I'm going to be doing that anytime soon. I used to have a 55-gallon corner tank, which, if you give me a second, I can actually show you it. Just give me a moment. It's a long time ago, so you'll have to bear with me. Okay. Let me see. Question. Are you running waves? I do not run waves. I think they're too powerful for my tank. I run MP40s. Okay. I screwed that up. Let's see. Show photos. There we go. So this is my tank that I used to have in my kitchen. Nice tank. 55-gallon corner. I didn't really like the corner because it was really hard to take good pics, and it's hard to get the spacing. And it's a great tank. Don't get me wrong. And I had a little Radion here, but this was back in June 30th, so last year. So again, my tank is pretty new. And then we went nuts, you know. Then me and Desert Reef Aquatics, by the way, did this. So we cut the hole here. There's the Innovative Marine 100. Let's see. Lots of equipment. So we cut the hole here. We ran some electrical. And then, yeah, we cut a hole through the... I say we, it was me and Desert Reef Aquatics, by the way. So yeah, we cut the hole, which was cool, is we had the tank, the other tank, the 55, already going the whole time. So it was literally, I think, and maybe Aaron can say, what, we had maybe a day, if that, where we had the sump laying on the ground over here, and it was running for a day, and then we transferred everything all in one day. So the fact that we had it kind of sitting right here was really great. Some of the corals that are in here, by the way, are still in my tank. So there's my leather right here. That's gigantic now. So yeah, we built the stand, you know, out of some whatever you call it, that wood that's pre-treated. Right here. Yeah, right. It was about 2 days. Right. So then we painted it. One of the biggest pain in the butts here was this bottom area. We painted with some rubber, some paint rubber, and it smelled so bad. Yeah, I have air conditioning in my garage, by the way. So yeah, we put that in there. Let's see what else we got here. And then we put this nice little frame, this black frame right here. So then we put the tank in. It was quite a process. Got the tank in, got the sump in. Now this is when we had to transfer everything, but luckily I think I bought a new sump, if I remember. I don't remember. Yeah, so then we put water in, started getting the plumbing done. There's the lights, we hung the lights. And we started moving stuff over. There's my old calcium reactor. So then we removed the tank. We had to obviously fix the wall quite a bit. So we fixed the wall. So there's the lights all the way on. And then we built the canopy basically. And there's our final product. So, Brett, I mentioned that earlier in the stream. I kind of talked about the Mastertronic in detail, so take a look later at that. Yeah, so that's how it all turned out. So, anyway. How many aquariums do I have? I have 3. 2 of my aquariums, however, are tied together. So my Nano that's sitting right next to me here is tied together with my 100. So it's really one tank. The water is shared, but separate locations. And then I have my 300. And if you take a look at my YouTube, I've done plenty of videos on all of them. So you can take a look at that. So yeah, whoever asked about will I be getting a new upgrade, we just did that. My tank is only 6 months old, I believe. I did a 6-month update video just a little while ago. So, someone had asked about, you know, it's interesting. Someone had asked about YouTubers. Someone had asked, I believe. Scott, I don't know how to answer that question because both of those do separate things. But I use ozone and I use a skimmer. I use a liter meter, Brian, to send water between the two of them. So, YouTubers. I don't know most of the YouTubers. I'm kind of new to this. I've been doing this since about... I've been doing it since about February. I think I started this all. So I'm still kind of new at this. Lee, of course I like it when people hit the like button. It helps me with YouTube. The more likes you get, the more exposure I get. So it's important to me if you like it to like it. And if you don't like it, then that's your own prerogative. I get a lot of people that dislikes all my stuff. It just happens. Let's see. Would you do anything differently with yours? Could you set it up again from scratch? No. I think I did a great job. And I think me and Aaron, Desert Reef Aquatics, I think we did a really good job. How long have I been running my aquarium? Well, this aquarium's about 6 months old, so I haven't done a water change in 6 months. Something new. I used to do water changes on my smaller tank. I might set up my liter meter to do automatic water changes, very small. I haven't decided yet. I have never used Triton. I'm familiar with it. I'm assuming it's fine, but I'm not. I don't do it. So YouTubers out there, I don't know most of them except for Devin from Reef Dudes. He kind of got me into this. We started talking, and he's like, "You should do this. You know, you know a lot of stuff about automation." So he kind of got me started. You know, my biggest gripe in general with YouTube, and I've had this conversation with you guys before, is most of the guys on YouTube, unfortunately, get free product from sponsors. They get, test things. They, companies send them stuff for free to test, and I am not about any of that. So since I've started this, I've had multiple companies try to send me stuff, and you can ask every one of them. You can ask Terrence directly from Neptune. You can ask Brightwell Aquatics. You can ask GHL. You can ask any one of these guys. Every single thing that they've ever tried to give me, I tell them no. Most of them don't just give me stuff. They'll say, hey, we want to send you this, and I'll be like, I don't want it. So I buy everything. All of my giveaways, by the way, guys, come out of my checking account or something that I have in my storage or a product that I used that someone gave me or I bought at some point. So to answer that question, someone had asked what I think about YouTubers. I can tell you with absolute certainty, I don't know them personally. I know some of them personally. But I will always be honest with everyone. I'm never going to get a product and say, oh, well, this product is amazing, when it's not. It's just not going to happen. What did you not like the most about the wall aquarium? I love my wall aquarium. I'm sure Desert Reef will admit that it's freaking awesome. So I don't see any cons in it whatsoever. So hopefully the gentleman who asked about YouTubers, hopefully that kind of explained it. I try to be genuine and honest to everybody, and I don't get freebies, and if I find something to be crap, I'm going to tell you it's crap. I don't really care what slack I get back from people. So I dip everything Coral RX. I will tell you that one of the biggest advice, or one of the best advice I can give you guys, if you want to take anything from today, always buy your coral from the same place. Always buy your fish from the same place. Always. Don't mix and match. That is the best advice I can give you for success. So if you go to a local fish store and you buy all of your fish from there, always buy all your fish from there. Always buy all your coral from there. Don't buy it from anywhere else. Okay? That's my best advice I can give you. Okay? So for instance, I buy all of my fish, every fish I've ever purchased in my life, except for maybe one, from Live Aquaria Divers Den. I don't buy my fish from anywhere else. Now, some people have had bad success. Some people have had really good success. I've had really good success. Every fish that you guys have seen in my fish tank is from Live Aquaria Divers Den. And I can tell you with absolute certainty that they all have come with 0 diseases, and they've always been really good, and they've lived a long time. I very, very rarely have fish deaths. Same thing with corals. So I buy all my corals from either Top Shelf Aquatics or Worldwide Corals. I've had some success, some not so good success with Worldwide Corals, but I continue to buy it from them because, like I just told you, continue to buy your corals and your fish from the same place, because generally you're going to get better success. You won't have, if you buy one coral from here, they might have a different quarantine setup than this other company. These guys might have bubble algae in their corals where this guy doesn't. Just keep with the same people. Let's see, Lee. I watch Devin. Devin and me are pretty good friends. We've talked, personally. He's been on my stream a few times. I've been on his. I like his streams. I like his videos. I don't watch many other people on YouTube, to be quite honest. I watch, let's see, who else? In terms of aquarium, I watch BRS, I watch Bulk Reef Supply. I find their stuff to be second to none in terms of quality. Lost you again. Let's see. If you guys want to really have a wonderful YouTube channel, look up Cartnarks. So I'm gonna put it on here. So I love Carton Arcs. That's what I watch. So let's see. I don't know if the Ion Director will hold up against it. You know, the Ion Director has had some issues. I haven't actually talked to someone that's used it either. So that's interesting. Someone had asked a question. Let's see. Hey Kirk, thank you for the wonderful comment there. I appreciate it. Any fish or coral you would like to get? You know, I'd really like a regal angelfish. I know I mentioned this earlier. I'm always worried. I have a lot of angelfish already, so unless one dies here, I don't think I will be getting any fish anytime soon. But that's probably one. I just got a Cory wrasse for my 100 because I'm having a bunch of spaghetti worms popping up. So I'm hoping that's going to eat them. So we'll see. Quite a few YouTubers just don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, so, you know, honestly, guys, I can't stand paid reviews on reefing equipment. I can't stand it. I can't stand people that get freebies and then do reviews on a freebie and won't say anything bad about the product. That's why I'm doing the GHL. That's why I'm doing the Neptune. I've spoke to Terrence, I've spoke to Vinny directly and have informed them, hey, I don't like this, I like this. I don't like this, I like this. They know it's coming. They know it's going to be on my episodes. I'm honest. I'm not going to say, oh, this Apex is the greatest thing ever. This GHL is the greatest thing ever. I'm just not going to do that. First of all, I paid for it out of my own money. And second of all, I'm going to be honest with you guys. That's the whole point of my YouTube. Oh boy, Emmanuel's going for the jugular here. Boy. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of slack here. Lights are one of those things I don't really like to talk about, but I have a Radion with T5s and I love it. So my opinion of what's the best light for the aquarium, I don't know. There's so many good lights, honestly. Every light that's made out there is really pretty good, you know. Yeah, Lucas, I can tell you're a big fan. I've met Ryan personally too. I've actually reached out to them for Ryan's tank because I want to help him program his Apex. I don't know who he's having program his Apex, but I've reached out to them, so we'll see. Yeah, so Lucas, me and you use the same lights. Yeah. Thanks, Antonio. For those that don't know, Antonio was on my stream a couple weeks back. I really like all his products, so check him out for sure. And even Antonio can tell you, when I see his products, I told him specifically what I was going to say, and I said what I was going to say. I don't, screw around and say, hey, this is crap. If it's crap, I'm going to tell you it's crap. Let's see. So we're almost at an hour, guys. Let's see. I'm going to see if there's any questions I didn't answer. So any other questions? This was kind of just a chill out, talk about stuff. But any questions that you guys have? That's not programming related because I don't want to get into programming today. I'm just trying to chill. It's just a choice of lighting you prefer. Yeah, I would agree with that. Oh, Harry Singer finally made it. Yeah, Jason, I've had a Core 20 and a Core 15, and they've been wonderful. Desert Reef Aquatics also has, I think he has a Core 20. You can ask him. It's been really good. Let's see. Looking, yeah, John, Red Sea, definitely, Red Sea. I am not doing the virtual Mac. No, I don't know. I just don't. I don't see the point. I mean, maybe if someone's on there I want to listen to, maybe they'll ask me. If I'm on there, then of course I'll go there. But they're not going to ask me. But you know, I'll tell you guys straight up if something I don't like or I like. So, Glenn, I have an interesting way of doing my lights, and this was actually presented me by someone that's on our stream, Aaron's Aquaculture. I actually run my lights 12 hours a day, but I ramp them from morning to about noon, and then from noon to 4 they're full, and then from 4 till 9 or 8 o'clock at night they ramp down. So it's a complete, let me see if I could show you actually. It's a complete change in thinking that was brought to me, like I said, by Aaron here. And I can tell you it's been fantastic. No one really does this. I'm kind of surprised. So I'm going to show you my light schedule. So you notice I'm only on peak for 4 hours a day, and people would be like, well, you need to peak your lights for 7 or 8. It's not enough light. And what's interesting is think about it like outside, like in the real world. If you're in the ocean, the sun isn't beating down on the corals straight up and down for 7-8 hours a day. You know, they get, you know, a very smooth cycle. So this is what I've been doing, and I love it. I can tell you right now, this has been working great. I have great color. I have great growth. If you can match, basically mimic your lighting the way that you're mimicking the ocean, then the more success you're going to have. You know, so that's how I do it. To answer your question. Hey, dude, that's the news. It's on whatever the news is. That's the news. It just pops up automatically. Idiot. Lee, I can't do that, and I'll tell you why. First of all, I belong to the NSI group, so there's a number of things that I do that I can't show the public, so I can't really do that. Any programming ideas, just contact me and I can help you with something specific. Jake, can you share your Radeon setting? It's really basic, Jake. You can come back and look at the stream if you want. I'll flip back over real quick. It's so basic. If you want to take a picture of it, I just use all blue, and then I do AB plus schedule for 4 hours. I mean, it's really basic, you know. I do want to mention though, guys, I do run T5s too. So I have a hybrid setup, and T5s do not output a lot of PAR, which is on purpose actually. And I have those running, what's that, 10 hours a day, the T5s. So I have those running kind of in tandem with the LEDs. Ron, I don't think that matters at all, honestly, because you got to consider this, you know, and I'm saying kind of just duh things, but the ocean, of course, is worldwide, so, you know, when it's nighttime here, it's daytime in, you know, in Europe, but, so it doesn't really matter to the coral when you run it, but who's going to run their lights in the middle of the night? You know, they want to see the tank. So I guess it depends. If you are someone that works at night and sleeps during the day, maybe it would be a good idea to run yours from a strange hourly thing, but it's not gonna matter to the inhabitants. If you guys ever notice with fish, if you turn off your lights for a day or for a good amount of time during the day, they'll sleep, and then when you turn the lights back on, they'll all come out. So they don't know when it's nighttime or daytime usually. I have I have an Apogee monitor or meter, Brett, that I use. There's definitely not a discount for us followers. I want to remind you, I pay retail price for everything I buy. Okay? So no, there's no discount for you guys either. I purchase most of my stuff from Bulk Reef Supply. There is a company here in Tempe, called Marine and Reef. If you go on marineandreef.com, they are a Neptune distributor. I buy all of my Neptune products typically from them. I'm assuming you're asking which T5 bulbs I'm running. I run 2 blue pluses, ATIs, and 1 purple and 1 actinic. Is what I run. So let's see. Desert Reef was complaining about some bullshit again. Let's see. What was he complaining about? I don't know. Something stupid. I'm sure you guys just turned ignore on him. Jason, I get all my RODI from SpectraPure. They're located here in Tempe, Arizona. You can take a look at my RODI video when I go over how I do my RODI. I also have a stream where we talked about RODI the whole time. Hell no, Emmanuel. You know, it's interesting you mention that because people don't realize that just because you're on YouTube doesn't mean you get free stuff. Like I don't want free stuff. And I never want free stuff, by the way. And any of these people that come to me and say, oh, I'll give you this to show on your stream, I'm like, nope. Frogs are doing great. Thanks for asking. No, they definitely don't come here for you. I'd love people in the stream to say, oh yeah, we come here for him. Other than your troll buddy here, Carrie, no one really comes here to see you. Yeah, 1,000 subscribers, guys. We get 1,000 subscribers, a couple things that happen. So 1,000 subscribers, we're going to give away a Trident. I have it. And also, I start to allow you guys to give me donations, and we start to do super chats, and I can do a couple of cooler things on YouTube that I can't do. So 1,000 subscribers is a big deal on YouTube. So we're getting close. I think we're at about 910 or so. So I'm excited, definitely. Kevin, I went over this earlier, but my current tank is about 6 months old, but I have a 300 gallon that's roughly 10 years old. And then my little nano here is approximately, I don't remember when I got this. I got this, I think, in February, somewhere like that, February-ish. Yeah, Aaron, let us know. How do you like your GHL that you won last week? I use 2-part, Glenn. I actually use Aquaforest 1, 2, 3. So it's three things, but yeah. No problem, Kevin. And welcome to the stream. I've never seen you here before, so welcome. Welcome, everyone. Anthony had mentioned something. I'm probably going to get in trouble for this, but I don't watch Mark Levinson's stream. Somehow he gets like 200 and something crazy numbers on Saturdays. We're at about 50, which I don't really care about numbers, but I just am shocked. I probably shouldn't say this, but he's not very good at automation. So, you know, my channel is more from automation. Of course, if I got the president on here, of course we'd get 1 million. Of course. But why would he come on my stream? So out of all the YouTubers, I don't watch him, Mark. I don't know. Again, we all have our guys that we watch. He's someone I don't watch. Yeah, see, Desert Reef, I'm pretty sure that Kerry doesn't want Donald Trump to be on here. He's just saying that because if he came on here, I might get a million subscribers. You have a good point, Lucas. He's been doing it for a long time. You got a good point, Brian. All you guys got good points. I just thought someone had mentioned if which ones I watch and which ones I don't watch, so that's definitely. Oh, Philly, definitely. I don't ever talk about politics. It's Desert Reef who wants to talk politics. Let's kick him out. Let's just kick him out. Hey, let's do a vote. Let's do a vote. How many people actually want you here? Let's see. This will be fun. This will be fun. I polls. Let me get a poll going. Let's see. Do you want Desert Reef in the channel? Let's see. Let's see. This is gonna be fun. This will prove what I've been saying the whole time. Alright, how do I get the poll in here? Did the poll start? I don't know. Alright, here we go. The vote has started. Do you want Desert Reef in the channel? Vote no or yes. Oh, there's a way to... I used to have this on here. What happened? Alright, we got 2 people. Wait, someone doesn't want you. Well, we got a couple. You guys got to do the vote thing in front to really get an idea. Some of you guys are just saying yes or no. You got to do the vote thing. You got to do the, what is it? It's kind of like the contest. You got to do a exclamation point and then vote and then yes or no. We got a lot of no's. Oh, I love it. I love this. Oh, this is so awesome. Hold on, let me switch over. This is so awesome. We gotta do this every week. Uh-oh. There's a lot of no's, dude. Oh no, those are yeses. Crap. Uh-oh. It's getting pretty close here. Four votes versus 5 votes, man. People don't want you here. Maybe. Oh, it's great. Oh, you're getting some yeses here, you punk ass. Is there a hell no option? That's awesome. Uh-oh, it's tied. Uh-oh. Ah, someone voted yes. Yes, this every time. Uh-oh. Man, yes is really taking over. Ah, darn it. Alright, we're going to close this. This was fun. Alright. Anyway. Well, he's staying. Ah, dang it. So, he won. He stays. Darn it. You know, maybe he'll start his own stream one day and no one will show up. So I'm excited for that. Alright guys, we're getting past about an hour, so we're going to run this contest here. Let me get back to that setting here. Alright, so we have three prizes today. They are gift cards. And what we're going to do today is you're going to choose the gift card. So the first place prize is going to be, or the third place prize is going to be a $10 gift card. The second place prize is going to be a $25 gift card, and the first prize is going to be a $50 gift card. And you guys get to choose wherever you want it from. Hopefully, the place that you choose it from, I can get you an email one, or I got to mail it somehow. But that's what we're going to do. So, Adam, I've had really very little problems with my 6-month system. I did have dynos, which I mentioned. I used Cruz's method. So, all right. So here we go, guys. We're going to do third prize first. So this is for a $10 gift card. So, first place prize. Here we go. And remember, you have to be here to win the prizes. I will take all three. So the $10 gift card is going to Mr. Milton English. Are you still here, Milton? Yeah, I just I paid a lot of money for that GHL and Apex. I'm a little low on cash, so the prices aren't as steep today. But what can you do, right? It's free money. Cool. All right, Milton. So just PM me on Facebook after the stream, and we'll get you a $10 gift card. Again, I would choose like Bulk Reef Supply, Marine Depot, any place that has corals usually will give me an email gift card. So, Milton, third prize. Second prize, here we go. Second prize for $25 gift card goes to Adam Moore. Adam Moore, are you still here, sir? So Adam, if you are here, please say hello. And like I said to Milton, PM me on Facebook to claim your prize. Oh. So Adam, are you here? So if you guys are new to the stream, in order to win the prize, you have to stay for the stream till the end, as you see. You have to be participating in it. Desert Reef doesn't count. And you have to be part of our Facebook group and be a subscriber to the channel in order to be eligible to win. So Adam, I'm going to give you about 30-ish more seconds, and we will re-roll for the $25 gift card. So any questions before we go here? Any other questions anyone wants to ask me? Again, you can ask me anything, personal or not, I don't care. But nothing about programming today. We score on those re-rolls. I don't think Adam is here, guys. So. Alright, so we're going to re-roll for second prize. Second prize, here we go. Ron, I saw Ron here earlier. Ron, you are the winner of the $25 gift card, sir. So Ron, if you are here, please say hello. And you are the winner of the $25 gift card. John, I don't drink beer. I actually don't drink any alcohol, to answer your question. Hey, there's Ron. Cool, Ron. Well, you know how to get a hold of me. I've talked to you before, so. All right, first prize is a $50 gift card. So next winner of the $50 gift card. Here we go. Tia Tell, you are the winner of the $50 gift card. So Tia Tell, if you are here, go ahead and say hello. Would you tip a DoorDasher with coral? No. I don't really give away coral. You know, my corals haven't grown enough to really give them away. I gave some Desert Reef because they weren't doing so well, but other than that, I don't really give away coral. So Tia Tell, whoever you are, I've seen you in here multiple times. Go ahead and PM me also on Facebook after the stream. There he is. So you won a $50 gift card, sir. Awesome. So you guys figure out where you want it from, and we'll get those prizes over to you. So, anyway, what's his name? Aaron. Other Aaron. Man, there's two Aarons. It's so freaking annoying. So, Aaron, how do you like your GHL that I gave you? You never answered that question. Exactly, you got to grow coral. That's, you know, it's still kind of new. Most of my corals, if you guys have seen, have been growing, but they're not growing outrageous where I have to start cutting them. So we got a little while there. Can you give away one of the aquariums? You know, it's interesting you mentioned that because Desert Reef Aquatics has some of my aquariums. The most important feature of automation is definitely alerts and knowing when things are going on, as I kind of mentioned that earlier. I use a different name on YouTube than I do on... Yes, of course you are. As long as you're a subscriber of the YouTube channel and part of our Facebook group, it doesn't matter. Now, Brian Bench, on the other hand, tried to cheat and get his wife on here to vote to do it for him. So that's cheating. Dude, you're going to be so lucky if I get you on the stream, because if you ever get on the stream, I'm going to make sure that everyone I passed... Oh, yeah. So check that out, everybody. So... Well, this one we went a little bit over. I wanted to do an hour, but we went about an hour and a half. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream today. I just wanted to kind of chill with everybody. I've been doing so many videos. I got a bunch of top 10s coming. I got a bunch of crazy stuff. Dude, you were cheating. Cheating! But yeah, we got these GHL episodes. They've been taking up a lot of time because I'm doing a lot of editing to them to make sure they're perfect for you guys. And yeah, we got to hit 1,000 subscribers, and we'll give away that Trident. It's been sitting here. You know, it's interesting. It's been sitting here, and now I'm seeing Tridents a little more available places. So I really want to give away that Trident, guys. So let's get 1,000 subscribers. Get your friends on here. I know we have a lot of new people, so get your friends on here. Let's get this to 1,000. Like I said, it's a big deal for me. It's a big deal for YouTube. I want to celebrate with you guys. So it's going to be fun. So look forward to seeing everybody next weekend. Again, we got some videos coming, so take a look at the videos. And again, they're going to be a little bit boring, some of them. I'm trying to make them a little more fun, but it's hard to kind of go over step by step each device without kind of being boring, but I'm trying my best. So, peace, guys. Thank you for watching today, and you guys have a wonderful weekend.